355 Papa Charlie, mobile approach altimeter 29er 3, and expect visual approach runway 33.
365 Fox deviations up for dark blue, unable to Alexandria, advise.
Trace rime ice. I see some building up on the front of the tire down here. Oof.
Good eye 54, commenting Pulse 210.
Congo 42, descend and maintain 3000.
These shots are so good of him.
Beautiful river, man, home of the blues.
That's right.
Come straight across this next landmass here, right on the edge on the other side of the river.
Sounds good. Man, I wish we could see what we look like from the ground. I bet we look pretty tight up here.
Yeah, it's looking good, man.
Also be a really interesting sight, a single Cessna and a twin Beech.
Heck yeah.
I'm Josh, a pilot and flight instructor who loves the sky, sharing it with those around me and using it to see the world from a new perspective. Flying can seem super complex, but I make it my mission to promote safe practices while enjoying the beauty this world has to offer. Subscribe to Climb Into the Cockpit on future adventures. This is Aviation 101.
0991 New Orleans, clear to the Foley Airport via asphalt. On departure, maintain 2,000 feet.
All right, we're here at the Pensacola International Airport, and it's pretty much stopped raining at this point, and the ceiling is starting to rise up a little bit. I think it's probably about 1,200 overcast or something, but actually it looks a little bit higher in certain areas. But we filed IFR, Chelsea filed IFR. She's doing pre-flight right now. She's gonna take the left seat once again on this flight, get some more practical instrument experience, and then we are going to be departing out of here through a GPS waypoint to get around some restricted airspace, and we're gonna go up to Vicksburg, Mississippi. So usually when I stop here in Pensacola, it means one thing. That means I'm meeting with the crew at CoFlight. CoFlight's an amazing sponsor of the channel here. Keeps the content rolling for you guys. They have an awesome app that I know y'all have heard of if you're a fan of the channel and you watch the channel a lot. It's an application and software, whether it be on mobile or on the computer, that helps you keep track of all the inspections and ADs and everything that has to go into maintaining an airplane to keep it safe, reliable, and legal to fly. So Tal, the CEO of CoFlight, has appeared in a couple of videos before, and he's actually got a Beechcraft Baron. His Baron is based at an airport that's to the north of the Pensacola airspace here just a little bit. So he's driving up with a few people from the CoFlight crew to his hangar. They're gonna get the Baron ready. We're here at Pensacola International getting the Skyhawk ready, and we're gonna fly what's called the Mississippi Blues Trail. Now this whole area of the Mississippi River has a big trail of history pertaining to the blues genre of music. So we're gonna explore some of these places, probably go to some well-known restaurants and bars and all that kind of stuff, and we're gonna end up in Memphis in a couple of days. So we're gonna rendezvous with Tal and the Baron in Vicksburg, and then we're gonna try to take off out of there and stay, in some loose formation, kind of stay in the same area and talk to each other on frequency. And we're just gonna fly fairly low level up the Mississippi River. This is kind of crappy weather that we have in Pensacola, but we're gonna go like 40 miles west and we're gonna be out of it, and it's gonna be clear skies, is what the METARs are showing on the map. So we already filed IFR, and we're gonna punch out of here through the cloud layer and get to better weather toward Vicksburg. We're gonna gas up in Vicksburg, end up in Cleveland, Mississippi tonight, and then apparently, from what I hear, Tal has arranged for me to ride in a tandem seat crop duster, an air tractor, tomorrow morning. And I am gonna take a camera up in that air tractor and document that for y'all. So I'm super excited. Should be a good day of flying. We got a little bit of a breeze, some cloud layers, but the rain has made its way out of here. Chelsea's getting the plane ready, and we'll be punching out of Pensacola IFR here in a few minutes.
Approaching runway 0826. Entered runway 0826.
Rolling in on the power. RPM is climbing in the green. Airspeed's alive. 560, pop the nose.
0 holding short, runway 35 at Delta, ready for departure.
All right, there's our abort point. We're up and climbing.
10 Pensacola Tower, roger.
And then turn on heading is at your discretion.
Okay.
Whenever you feel good about the altitude, I usually give it like 400 feet.
320, runway 35 at Delta, clear for takeoff, 1010 at Niner.
Pensacola departure, Cessna 80991.
Skyhawk 80991, Pensacola departure, radar contact, climb maintain 4000, say your altitude leaving.
We are leaving 1,000 and up to 4991.
Navy 8 Echo 090, do you have information, Victor, for south lighting?
Alright.
So we'll keep on going.
80991, you're clear direct Yarbo as filed.
Cleared Yarbo is filed 991.
Navy 7 Echo 061, radar service
So just direct enter, and now you're going to fly the track. You're pretty much on course right
Yeah.
Approved, Navy 7 Echo
Direct. There you go. Perfect. Center Skyhawk, November 809991.
Number 809901, go ahead.
809991, just looking at the weather up ahead. We'd like to request direct Mike Hotel Zulu, that's a VOR, just north of Jackson it looks like, just to get around this weather, and then once we're clear of it, we can go direct after that.
Number 809901, clear direct Magnolia, then direct destination, maintain 4000.
Magnolia, direct destination, maintain 4,901. When in weather like this, we're going to be experiencing like pretty consistent updrafts.
Okay.
So you just want to keep that nose down, and then obviously just keep an eye on the speed and RPM, which we're more than okay on both right now. I think this is going to take us too close to the heavy stuff. I'd like to ask for like a 30-degree right
Okay.
deviation.
You want me to?
Yeah, for weather. Whenever
Congo 44,
she's
contact
not in the middle of something.
133.15 today.
13315, Congo 44.
Houston, November 809991, we'd like to request a 30-degree turn to the right, please.
Jedi 44, try him again, 120.55. If you can't get him, come back here. Alright, who's looking for deviations?
This is November 809991. We'd like a 30 degrees to the right, please.
November 809901, deviations left or right, of course, are approved when able to direct destination and advise.
We'll advise back, thanks, 991.
Gulfstream 50 Foxtrot's looking for left deviations in the climb.
6350 Foxtrot, deviations left, of course, are approved when able to direct Alexandria and advise.
50 Fox, okay.
Trace rime ice. I see some building up on the front of the tire down here. Ooh.
Jedi 54, commenting Pulse 210.
I can feel water coming
991,
in.
contact Memphis, center 125.907, good day.
125-907.
Yep.
125-907, have a good day, 991. Center, November 809991, 3800.
809901, Center Roger, the Hattiesburg altimeter 3001.
3001, 991, thanks.
I do need some air on me.
You need some?
Yeah. Ooh. Are you cold?
Yeah.
I'm not the one hand flying, so I'm sitting here watching the gauges bounce all over the place. I'll try not to keep it open too long for you.
Are you hot?
Well, I'm just trying not to get motion sick.
Oh, okay. You need to fly?
No, that's alright.
Okay. Are we doing good on ice?
It's still melting shortly after contact. Center Skyhawk 809901, pilot report.
991, go ahead.
809901 here at 4,000 feet. We're kind of in and out of the precip, but it is 1 degree Celsius, and we are picking up trace rime ice.
Roger, do you want to change up altitude?
And we're right at the bottom of the cloud layer here, and it looks like we just got out of the last bit of the precip, so I think we're okay.
Roger, thank you.
We can probably start to cut it that
Yeah,
way.
that's what I was just thinking.
They gave us left and right deviations as needed, so we can kind of maneuver as we want. It's lots of turbulence and updrafts and downdrafts. That's interesting, all the smokestacks I'm seeing. They get up and they're blown that way.
Yeah.
But we have a headwind. There must be a shear layer, or at least a sharp gradient somewhere down there.
Skyhawk 809991, contact Memphis Center 132.5, good day.
132.5, good day, 991. I'm a little chilly. Unless you don't feel good still.
I feel fine now.
Stuff that we've been passing.
Yeah, we're at on the back side of the cold front now. In my career of flying, I've punched through probably 3 or 4 cold fronts. Every time it's not been fun.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it. That one was one of the more mild times.
Vicksburg Airport, November 80991 is 5 miles to the east, inbound for the 45 left downwind, runway 19, full stop Vicksburg. Vicksburg, November 80991, turn left base, runway 19, Vicksburg.
And then we can drop some more flaps as we get closer to final, or closer to short final.
Alright, I don't see anyone on final and I'm not hearing it.
Yep, I haven't heard anybody.
Vicksburg, November 80991, final from runway 19, full stop Vicksburg.
1 mile final runway 500.
I feel stable.
Looks good to me. Right over the horses.
The one suck looks pretty dead.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. Hold it off. Perfect.
Just that flight from Pensacola to Vicksburg really made us work for it, between the IMC, trace rime ice, and wicked turbulence. But we're now on the back side of the front and we're in the clear. Now that we're on the ground in Vicksburg, Mississippi, Tal gassed up the Baron and we gassed up the Skyhawk and prepped for the second flight of the day.
Radio check.
I'm up on 22.8.
Okay, on 22.8, 123.452. See you there.
Okay, got you on 23.45 as well.
They're waving. Cute.
From Vicksburg, Mississippi, we'll follow the river up to Cleveland, and we're planning to do that in formation. A Skyhawk and a Baron are two very different airplanes in terms of cruise speed and power, but we thoroughly briefed what we're going to do, and we hopped back in the planes for a low-level river run.
This is going to be interesting. Formation with a Skyhawk and a Baron.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, I told him what speed I'm comfortable with, and he was like, yeah, I can do that. So we did brief that if anyone's not comfy with it, bail out.
Yeah.
I'm going to use full length here. You ready for departure?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'll follow right behind you.
Roger. Vicksburg traffic, Skyhawk 80991 is taxiing onto runway 1, and we're going to be a flight of 2 departure to the north VFR, Vicksburg. Alright, we're lined up. Got a big tower right off the runway. Alright, better than 2300 RPM. Takeoff power is set.
Zero inbound for Vicksburg. I got 2 aircraft departing, and one's a Baron Nose and one's 72. I think they're going out north.
And helicopter 6 Echo uniform, we'll be looking for the northbound traffic.
Here he comes.
Is he rolling?
He's up. He's cranking.
I'm going to start sidestepping over to the river.
Roger.
Vicksburg traffic, Skyhawk 80991, a Cessna and a Baron just departed runway 1. We're making a left turn to step over toward the river, and we're going to stay below 1,000 feet. Vicksburg.
Beautiful river, man. The home of the blues.
That's right. Going to get past this barge up here and then start to make a shallow left turn to follow the river.
Sounds good, man.
Just as long as you can eventually catch up with us, because we don't want to have it on camera that a Skyhawk outran a Baron.
Yeah, we can stage that.
If you wanted to slow up to 110, you could take lead and I could form up on you.
Yeah, let me try to do that. Okay, slowing up now.
Okay.
Once I get it slowed down, I'll start a slide turn and let you gain on me, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, you can see the levee off to the right, though. Those are all man-made, all the way from here to just about Memphis.
Wow. Alright, I'm going to get on the other side of him.
Okay.
I'm going to change over to your right side.
Roger.
So normally I go down and behind, but he made a good point.
I'm putting Greenville on number 1.
Tal's got some military experience, and he was talking about, you know, you never want to go below and behind a heavy because of their wake, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Alright, we're on the outside of the turn if he's going to make more of a turn than that. So that means we need a little more power because we've got more distance to cover. Just like a race car on the outside of the turn on a racetrack. And scoot forward just a little bit. I need to get some geometry going here.
I'm gonna roll down the river now. Down that river. Gonna head to the place where I know
And there's just something freaking magical about seeing an airplane cut through the air with the gear up and everything and in its natural habitat.
Yeah.
The bridge, oh my goodness.
down the river now. And I ain't looking back to the hell where I come from.
Man, I wish we could see what we look like from the ground. I bet we look pretty tight up here.
Yeah, it's looking good, man.
Also be a really interesting sight, a single Cessna and a twin Beech.
Heck yeah. I'm going to start a slight right turn towards the town here.
Cool. Inside of the turn on the racetrack. Reduce power.
It's also the intersection of 82 and 61 up there. 61 is the Blues Highway, so it's the crossroads up at Clarksdale. We'll go through there tomorrow.
Gotcha.
And we got a crop duster about 1 o'clock, probably 4 miles on the right side of the road there.
Roger. My eyes are on you, so do us good.
All right, right by this little river is Holly Ridge, Mississippi, birthplace of B.B. King. We'll go to his bar and restaurant tomorrow night.
Sweet.
All right, I'm going to start a hard left turn towards Romeo, November, Victor.
All right, I'll be on your wing. Outside of the racetrack, we're going to increase power. I'm going to drop back and go over you and pull up on your left side.
Roger.
That way we're avoiding his prop wash and wake.
So you want to try stay in formation? We'll do an upwind and then I'll break left for a downwind to runway 36.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to switch back over to your right side.
Roger. Cleveland traffic bearing 3622 Alpha, it's a flight of 2. We're at 7 miles to the south, entering the left upwind for 36 Cleveland. Cleveland traffic bearing 3622 Alpha, flight of 2. We're breaking in, gonna
there he goes.
Downwind here, Cleveland.
Maybe I got a good shot of it.
Off into the sunset.
Uh-huh.
Wing up, eyes on the numbers, wing back down. Cleveland traffic, Skyhawk 80991 is turning at final, runway 36, full stop Cleveland.
Short final runway 36.
Alright, slowing. Those are the numbers. That's a tail dragger.
What a poppin' little GA place. They got
Yeah.
an RV coming out too.
Alright, 60 knots, round out, and flare. Hold it off.
If you've ever taken any sort of road trip through vast farmlands, you've seen these things ripping around just above the trees. This is a 2002 Air Tractor 802, and this particular one has a Pratt & Whitney PT6-67 turboprop on the front. For perspective, our Cessna 172 pushes 160 horsepower at sea level. This turboprop pushes nearly 1,800 shaft horsepower at sea level. And this plane actually has a past as a State Department bird operating out of South America. And it actually had bullet holes in the belly when it was acquired with tons of Kevlar armor on it that's since been removed. Now it's being used as a crop duster in Mississippi, but the flying is still nothing short of exciting. After Chelsea and I had our turns getting tossed around in the back of a crop duster, Tal brought us to the Dockery Plantation, which back in the day was a 25,000-acre cotton plantation and sawmill in Dockery, Mississippi. This place is widely regarded as the birthplace of the Delta blues because of how influential some of the plantation's residents were in the genre of blues. In 2006, the Dockery Plantation was added to the National Register of Historic Places so everyone can be taken back in time at this highway side stop. We have 2 flights ahead of us today, which will eventually lead us to Memphis, Tennessee. But first, we're departing Cleveland for Clarksdale, Mississippi, in formation with the Baron again.
I'm just pretty much going to roll with you, and then you'll outrun me, but I'll catch up to you.
Over.
Jeez, he pulls away fast.
Yeah.
Okay, engine feels good. The airspeed's alive, there's 40. We got good takeoff power, there's 50. 55, and 60 or it's 8. And we're just gonna stay to
Look
his
at
right.
him go.
He's blasting off way away from us.
Okay, I'm sitting on 109, 110.
Okay, I'm 115. It'll take me just a bit to catch up with you at that difference.
All right, I'm gonna keep in an easy right turn. That'll help you close the gap a little bit.
Okay.
It's so awesome stopping in these areas, especially with someone who knows the history like he does.
Right. All right, I'm tucking in.
Okay, let's give you the answer. We'll get back going. Who's got the controls today, Chelsea or Josh?
Yeah, it's Josh today.
Why is he waggling?
I was just about to say he's wagging his tail a little bit. He's probably just getting excited on the rudder. Or he's messing with his power.
Clarksdale 080 at 8 on the winds and 3000 on the altimeter.
3000. You want to just land to the north?
Yeah, we'll land in the north.
And overhead brake?
Yeah, might as well. Let's do it.
Cool.
Catfish ponds at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Most of the catfish in the U.S. comes out of this delta land, so.
Wow. Formation is so fun and rewarding when it's done right, but it can be so freaking deadly if it's not briefed properly.
Yeah.
And if there's a miscommunication of any sort, it can be fatal so fast.
Did he just speed up a little bit?
Clarksdale traffic 3622 Alpha.
Well, I don't think he did.
We'll be entering left upwind 36. We're 5 miles to the south.
He's been holding pretty steady at like 115 to 120. I gained on him for a second, so I had to pull the power back and then reintroduced it. That engine look happy over there.
Yeah, it does. We're burning less than yesterday too.
What are we doing?
It was burning 9, it just went to 10. But we were doing like 12 yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Clarksdale traffic bearing 3622 Alpha, flight of 2, left upwind 36. 3, 2, 1, brake.
God, it looks good.
Clarksdale traffic bearing.
Hello, traffic is on 899 Charlie Tango. We're about 2 miles to the southwest of the airfield, planning on crossing midfield and steering a right teardrop entry into the left downwind runway 9.
Clarksdale traffic bearing 3622 Alpha, left downwind runway 36.
Clarksdale traffic, Skyhawk 80991, turning a left crosswind, runway 36, gonna fall into the downwind behind the Baron for Clarksdale.
Clarksdale traffic bearing 3622 Alpha, turn in final 36, Clarksdale full stop.
Traffic, 11 o'clock, 1 mile, 500 feet below.
Inside. Clarksdale, Skyhawk, left base, 36, full stop, Clarksdale. Clarksdale, Skyhawk 80991, turning final, 36, full stop, Clarksdale.
Holland Springs Airport, this is Cap 2229. We are 5.2 miles to the south.
Clarksdale is home of what's called the Devil's Crossroads at the junction of U.S. Highways 49 and 61, where, legend says, Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil for the ability to play the blues. There's really a ton of blues-era history in this part of Mississippi, so I definitely plan to head back at some point to really take in the scene. But for now, we're on to Memphis.
Oh, left crosswind.
Yeah.
2350, 50 knots. Woo!
Got it there.
She was grabbing the air.
Uh-huh.
Pitch for VY.
That air was grabbing her.
Yeah.
There's our abort.
Yeah, there's the abort point. We're up and climbing. Fletcher traffic, Skyhawk 80991 just departed runway 18, making a left crosswind. We're going to make a left downwind departure, runway 18, Fletcher. Ah, it's crazy. You pull that power flow to Lena Peak. Look how freaking level it got. Memphis approach, Skyhawk November 80991 VFR request.
Skyhawk 80991, go ahead.
80991, we're a Cessna 172 at 3,000 feet over Tunica. We're going to be VFR into Mike 01, that's DeWitt, Spain Airport. I'd like to see if we can get some flight following with you. We're following the river.
Sky 991, Spark 0312.
0312, 80991.
Sky 991 with our contact 3 miles north of the center gear, put out 102988. Clear to the Bravo S3 via flighting 020, VFR to your discretion.
020 cleared into the Bravo, 2988, 80991. To its Spain traffic, Skyhawk 80991, 1500, crossing the river on a 45, right downwind for 17. We got the traffic on the downwind in front of us in sight. To its Spain. Alright, you got the runway and everything?
Yeah.
To its Spain traffic, Skyhawk 80991, 1300, entering or turning onto the right downwind 17, full stop. To its Spain.
Watch all these birds.
They're passing underneath us.
800 feet below. Traffic, 12 o'clock, 1 mile, 400 feet below.
Alright, that's him on base. Got them, they turned red as traffic alerts. To Spain traffic, Skyhawk 80991, turning on a long right base for runway 17, full stop. Do it, Spain.
To its Spain traffic, 517 hotel, turning right crosswind for 17, to its Spain.
Raise my wing up, get a glance of the runway, we're going to continue the turn.
I don't see anyone coming in on final, not talking.
Okay.
No cowboys today.
Not so far. Do it, Spain traffic, Skyhawk 80991, turning about a 2 mile final for runway 17, full stop. Do it, Spain.
To its Spain traffic, 517 hotel, turning right downwind for 17, to its Spain.
1 mile final runway 17.
Alright, flaps are 20. We're going to need a side slip here.
517 hotel, turning right base for 17, to its Spain.
We got a pretty stiff crosswind. Come on. Drop that wing. There we go. I was like letting some aileron out and I was like, you gonna come down? We'll roll out.
Good job, babe.
Thank you.
That is a ripping crosswind.
It was a mistake to use that much flaps. As soon as we were coming over the numbers, I was like, I regret this. I have plenty of runway to like feather it down and wrestle it to the ground.
Yeah.
But I was like, I should have just done 10 degrees or maybe even no flaps with that kind of a crosswind.
In the 1860s, Beale Street in Memphis was the go-to spot for Southerners who played the blues. Then at the turn of the century, music filled the ears of bystanders day and night on Beale Street. And since then, Beale hasn't lost its mystic appeal, and we had an absolute blast chasing this blues trail and briefly being introduced to all of the history along the way. The next morning, we all had breakfast and broke off in our separate directions. Tal and his crew rocketed off back to Pensacola and the Barren, and Chelsea and I went north to her home in Kentucky. This is a trip Tal had been suggesting for a while, and timing finally worked out so we could make it happen. Tal is the owner of CoFlight, which is an app that helps us manage our plane's maintenance, and I'm proud to have CoFlight as a sponsor of this channel. This trip wouldn't have happened without that partnership and their awesome team either. There's so much awesome content we have in the backlog here at Aviation 101, so if you like the video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, you know the drill. Stay happy, healthy, current, and most importantly, stay proficient. We'll see you in the next video. Fly safe.